Hey guys, Matt here. I'm sitting with Jim Connelly with Northwest Mutual. He has been a resource for me in the financial markets, and I want to bring some of that wealth to you guys. So we're just going to kick it off with the first question, and it's pretty broad. So Jim, tell us a little bit about your background and goals for real estate clients.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. So I'm a wealth management advisor with Northwestern Mutual. I've been working with them for 22 years. Focus of my practice is holistic financial planning. So really what that means is we dig in deep with our clients, find out the things that are most important to them, and put together a comprehensive plan based around those goals. What I have found with real estate professionals in particular is that they're really busy, they're moving around a lot. So one of the biggest value adds is I just help them leverage their time a little bit, right? I make sure that as they're working through their practices and doing the things that they're doing to build their practice on their side, we make sure that we have a focal point that this stuff doesn't slip through the cracks.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? I think what I'm hearing is agents are doing their job, and you're here to help take the financial component and put it into action. So how do you help agents plan for retirement and or start investing in the market? Because it can seem overwhelming, and they may not know where to start.
Sure. I mean, the first thing is finding out what's most important to them. You know, we'll sit down. Interesting about financial planning, it's there's not a cookie cutter mold, and not all things are all things to all people, right? So we really find out some of the things they're trying to accomplish, their short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals, and address it from three areas. First is the offensive strategy, where we help them do their investment management, make sure that they have high-quality investments and funds in their portfolio that are appropriate for their time horizon and for their overall risk tolerance. Second aspect is the defensive strategy, making sure that they protect what they have and keeping that in place. We kind of do an audit of their insurances, their health, their life, their disability, property casualty, make sure that's all in line. And then their estate plan, making sure their distributions of their beneficiaries are correct and in line with they want them. And then the third piece is tax efficiencies, and that's really one that often goes overlooked, I think, in the financial planning process. We try and help our clients establish a plan that will not only help them limit their tax liability while they're building wealth, but also in the distribution phase when that wealth is coming back out to them. You know, as we know, and real estate professionals are moving all over the place, and I think sometimes in the busyness of life and doing their practice, tax codes are complicated, and it's a constantly changing environment. My job is to help be at the forefront of that for my clients, because there's a lot of opportunities for independent brokers that regular W-2 employees don't have that can really help them with that.
Yeah, and I found that super helpful over the years as my income has grown and or changed with, family and responsibilities. And you're going to see brokers in our firm aging from, just starting off in their mid-20s to someone that's more mature and generating strong income, and how you help allocate that and how you help plan for that allocation is really important. So that's cool to hear. What some people I've heard, and what some people may ask you, and you've already said there's no cookie cutter thing, but do you have a suggested percentage that each broker should save from each deal or annually? Like, how do you put that plan into place so someone can wrap their head around it?
Sure. I wish I had a straightforward answer for you. But again, kind of going back to, everybody's goals are different and situations are different. But I think one thing that's unique to, somebody or a real estate broker or anybody in a commission tape business is financial planning isn't all about long-term retirement planning and putting things out for 20, 30 years down the road. We also have to plan for the short term, right? And there's ebbs and flows.
Markets.
Yeah, sure. There's ebbs and flows in the business and incomes, right? So while we have a long-term strategy for the retirement plan, we also want to make sure that we have a plan in place for the short term to, make sure that regardless of markets, that their financial plan will be sound. And that gives the client confidence that they have something in place regardless of what happens.
Love that. And I've heard people should have 6 or 9 months reserve on hand, and that's good that you're not only thinking long-term stock market, but also, hey, put some money in your checking account and hang it there. I think this is a great place. It's been a great video on helping agents kind of figure out how to get started, and we really appreciate you being out here, Jim. Thank you so much.
Sure.
What are the next steps?
Well, the next steps. First of all, I think it's incredible the resources that you're bringing for agents and some of your brokers, just to have a resource for this.
Yeah, and we appreciate you for that.
So I think that's super cool. Honestly, they can reach out to me. I think my contact information will be in the video. Shoot me a phone call or an email. Look, I'm really here to help. There's no obligation behind what we do. I have no assumptions. If you just had a question, I'm literally here just to be a resource for them. So reach out. We can start the process. If you just have some questions or some things you need clarity on, I'm happy to help with that as well.
Cool. Thanks, Jim.